What does this person think of you as we are speaking? Well, for some of you, there's a celebration that's coming up. Either a celebration that is very, very, very close, or a birthday could have passed. This is a span of the next 2 months or the past 2 months. The thing that's collective is somebody deeply wants to either invite you out or invite conversation into your life. So a person you're not in contact with, it does feel like romance. This is somebody that you have not spoken in a while, and they kind of don't know where you stand with each other. It feels like somebody that could have broken up with you, and then they regretted it. You didn't want necessarily to break up, but you're like, I'm not fighting for somebody to stay who doesn't want to be here. Do I like you? Yeah. Do I want this to work? At that time? Yeah, you did. But I'm not going to chase. This person regretted their decision. This person feels that they manifested you in and out of their life because, well, they did. What I see is, it's not that this person thought that you would chase them, but they definitely didn't expect how stagnant their life would go after exiting yours. This person liked the chase or the excitement, but once the excitement went away and it was all about consistency staying, they got bored. So with that being said, this person feels that there is some quote-unquote excuse to reach out to you. A birthday, a celebration, a graduation, something's happening. And they're seeing it as the right opportunity to reach back out to you. Because they've solidified and they understand you have moved forward. And if they want this to work, they have to say something to you. Wow. This is a past, present, future spread for sure. So how they pass, when they first met you, you feel like home to me. There is that energy from the beginning. You understand me, you get me. I feel like you're everything I've looked for. It was a lot of love bombing. They would say a lot of things to you that were love bombing. And even though they meant it, this was a person that would very much speak before thinking things completely through. Even when they separated from you, they still felt that you were a form of comfort, like you weren't going to completely leave. I think this person was blindsided by how you didn't chase them. Like they subconsciously thought you would chase them. They weren't thinking about it externally. And I feel it's because this person's relationships in the past and people they were talking to were back and forth. And you're not about that. You're also not a person that's like, oh, one shot and it's over. Like, you understand people are humans. So how is this person currently feeling about you? I've been trying to forget about you, but I can't. So there's signs everywhere. They see your name. They see your car. They see the clothes you wear, the brands, things that remind them of you. The simplest of synchronizations everywhere. And they deeply miss the ability to touch you physically, but emotionally as well. There's been growth. They have experienced other people, and they're realizing, man, I did not know what I had. I really did not know what I had. So when they reach out to you, this is the future. This is what they're going to say or the energy of. You are my missing piece. There's going to be this energy of, hi, how are you? I really hope you're doing good. And they're going to really try to see if there is wiggle room to come back into your life. And it doesn't feel unauthentic. It does feel authentic. It does feel like this person is in a state of more than remorse, more than reflection. Truly at the most stable part of their life they've experienced. When you guys broke up, There was a lot of instability. There was a lot of immaturity on both your ends. So is Spirit stating, when this person comes in and brings you this forward movement, when they reach out from whatever event that is occurring, what do they want you to do with that information? You are so beautiful to me. They want you to be, go with me here, receiving, meaning thank you. How are you doing as well? They don't want you to go full force in, oh my God, I'm so happy to hear from you, and maybe we can make this work. You seeing anybody, blah, blah, blah. They want you to extremely do slow and steady wins the race. You don't have to cut this off. Remember, these are collective takes, what resonates. Okay? If your heart is telling you this is somebody you want closed off, then listen to that. But if your soul, if your heart and your body is not making a physical reaction of like repulsion to this energy, then go ahead and tippy toe. Put your toes in the pool. There is growth that I can feel with this. If all parties continue to have willpower to make this happen in correct time. Because when you first were together, y'all went fast. It was fast. And just as fast as it went good, it shifted. This is not an energy of what I would consider a karmic. This is a soulmate. There is something more here to develop. So you're step one out of the reading. I get triggered at the thought of you. Understand a humongous reason they are absolutely able to come in now is because they realize you are not a trigger, you're an activator in their life. But when you're going through activation, it feels like triggers. Triggering is when that's the feeling of somebody putting you in a corner and not allowing you to leave and says, this is it. This is all you got. Don't even try to look out the window. It's too far for you to jump. The trigger, that energy, wants you to believe the open window is 60 feet from the ground. So you just have to stay here. And you're going to stay in this little bubble. And this is all you know. Activation feels uncomfortable because it's not putting you in a corner. It's not telling you to believe one thing and don't look anywhere else. Activation is look everywhere. Hello, this window's open and it's only 6 inches from the ground. It's not 60 feet, it's only 6 inches. You have a way out and it's pointing you. And it feels uncomfortable because you have to physically move. It's not going to walk for you. Activation is uncomfortable. And when you're going through it, ego registers it as danger. Because the ego registers what it doesn't know as danger. Therefore, triggers you when it's actually activation. There's letting you know that this person's coming back into your life because they've gone through a deep activation. Tower moments. And it looks like there's been some solidified things. They didn't just come out of the woodworks. They didn't just learn these lessons. It looks like some things happened and they took time to reach out to you. So go with the flow. If they message you, you organically message them back. They ask you questions, you organically answer and ask questions back. But it is here for a reason, and I do see an ability in this timeline for you two to be together based off the continued left path, right path choices. That's what I got for y'all today. If you're interested in a personal reading, go to offprintmint.com. That is the only way to receive a personal reading from me. You have to request it via my website. There's a book a reading tab that you would go ahead and after you select whatever reading, after going through the services tab and you see the different options, you will see a bunch of buttons that says book a reading. Okay, you'll click those, or you'll click one of them, any of them. They'll take you to the same place where you would then be given to a prompt where you put your name, your email, the topic of your reading, or the topic of why you're requesting something from me. So that would either be an inner child healing session, an apprenticeship interview, a love reading, a deep dive reading, a general reading. You have to read all the service tab options to figure out what you are wanting to ask for. Then when you're on the next stage of typing that in, that topic bar, you would just put that in, and then there's a brief description further explaining to me the details of your requested service. You would send, and then I would respond to you via email. That is the only way to receive a reading from yours truly. We're also going to talk about the Colorado adventure. 2 spots have been added to my spiritual Colorado adventure. That's going to be in August. You have time now to go ahead and claim one of these 2 spots while they still last. The way you can get to the website for the trip, 3 options. You can either go to my Instagram, and it's linked in there. You can go into any of my YouTube video bio descriptions. They're linked in there. Or you can go directly to my website, which is linked in all of my social media platforms. After that, you would request your spot. And if you have any additional questions needed answered, send me an email at contact@offprintment.com. That's what I got for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.